43.
Three down. Kings. Check. Kings.
On second down, Parker. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Solid, 5 down. Safety's creeping. Big.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. The end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Over the middle to Smith. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
A good pickup there, a 22. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain. So now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He goes full extension, and he's got it. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Double bump. Hey. You got 3.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Gone.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And open, it's Moss, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Get him, boy.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
59, Mike. Detroit! Over!
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. An excellent pickup at 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. These two teams had not one but two memorable encounters a year ago. Their first one was Week 5. That's when Ben Roethlisberger threw a handful of interceptions. Jacksonville won big, and then, of course, the Jags, Charles, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? they're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
On first down, Parker. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
All right, now, look at
55 yards.
Look at 56.
The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception,
Detroit!
your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I
got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Good job.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Tight right. Big. 3 down.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking to touch the ball for us.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
These two. Kings.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
AB.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Focus. Tight end right. Four down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A little second effort there on the strong run.
Let's go.
And then drop just inside of the 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Good job, guys. Nice hit, boy.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So we hit the halftime break here in Jack. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
All right, now, look at 56.
They go play action here on first down. Going right side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Let's go. 3:19. 3:19. Wide.
They'll set up the throw. It is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
All right, now, lucky 56.
First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Lucky 56.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdowns. Are you kidding me?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Ward. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Room to run inside the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Here we go.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Kill. No spacing. Quarter. Go. Squirrel. AB. Let's get up.
On second down, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Moss. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point attempt to come here. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Now, Barney. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go to the sideline. They cost himself some yardage there.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Flush. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check. Especially if they started the bulk of the games, I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ward. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Tight end right. Alert.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
What would you have said to me if I told you in pregame that Big Ben and Antonio Brown wouldn't have hooked up until the second half?
I would say that they'd be losing, and they are.
Yeah, they are, and they've got to find a way now to continue to connect and try and get their team back in this game.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
We got three.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmunds. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Here we go now. 3:19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. Where he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Partner, how do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, have your fun. All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Jack 16. Show that bench release and go.
On second down now, Parker. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jarrad Davis in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
We coming all day. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go. Green 39, green 39. Over.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Looking to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Gone!
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs in that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
3 down, 3 down.
They'll try a toss here to Bettis. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Get in, baby. Boom.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
3 down, side. 180.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to run. He's got a long way to go. And down he'll go at the 25. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. A gain of 32 that time.
31's the mark. Gun, 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 gun.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Green 39.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll set up a throw, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how that works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
22, 44.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
That is caught at the 7. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.